Hey guys, Crazy Postman here on a very windy day with another TerraMow V1000 video. So the reason for today's video is that TerraMow has a big announcement to make. They are now officially available on US Amazon. As of April 1st, you can check out the link in my description and buy your TerraMow right from Amazon. So let me show you all how to do an initial setup with the TerraMow V1000. So you can see little Terra here sitting on the wall. We got it plugged in. Everything is out of the box already. I'm going to assume you have the app already downloaded and the account set up on your phone. So the unique thing about TerraMow is you don't have to worry about building the maps. It will do it for you. You just set the charger down in your yard and basically hit go. I set mine in a little bit of a harder location here. It's actually between the two lawns. So I have a lawn in the backyard and a lawn over here in the front yard. So I don't know if y'all can see that. So the situation I'm going to show you here is probably a little bit more difficult than the average user. I'm going to join you in a screen recording and we're going to set this thing up. So here we are in the app. I'm going to do my best to keep the wind out of the microphone, but it is 45-mile-an-hour gusts today, so there's only so much I can do. So here we are in our app, and we are going to hit this blue arrow to enter our TerraMow V1000, and you can see that I do not have any maps here. Because my charging station is not sitting on the lawn, it's gonna mow. This is a special situation. I'm gonna show you how to deal with it. See, normally you would just hit the play button down here and it would start creating your map. But in this case, since the charging station is not sitting where it's gonna mow, I'm gonna have to create a pathway to the first area it's gonna mow. So to do that, we're gonna hit this edit button up here and we're gonna go to base station setting. Now down here at the bottom it says set customized path to lawn. So the base station is secured. We're gonna say start from base. Now what Terra's gonna do here is it's gonna detect the base station and back out, and then I'm going to take over manually and we're going to draw a path to the lawn that I want it to go to. So it's ready for me to start driving. When you're doing a pathway, it drives very slowly, so that's just part of it because it's using the cameras to record everything in great detail, so it needs to go kind of slow. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around this car and then we're going to go over in front of it, and then we're going to go into the front yard. You can see up in the top left that your pathway has to be less than 200 feet. My phone just vibrated a little. It said it detected lawn, and I guess that's because of this grass here, but this is not the lawn it needs to detect. We're going to continue on. I'm going to go a little ways past the back of this car before I go across. We're going to cross this and we're going to go over here into the front yard. So now I've entered another lawn and my phone vibrated again. It says lawn detected. So I'm going to click set as endpoint. And now it's going to start auto mapping. So it will map this whole lawn automatically and it will go back to the charging station. Now, since my lawn connects to the neighbor's house, we're going to have to do something special here. I'm going to pause it in just a second. Right now, I'm going to pause it. Okay, so you see where it is. That is basically the property line between my neighbor and my house. So here's what we're going to do about that. We're going to go in here to edit the map and we're going to create a no-go zone. And I'm going to put it just right there so you can see where I put it. So you can see the charging base and then you can see where the mower is facing. So I know this boundary is right in front of it. I'm going to hit OK. We're going to exit out of the map editing. I'm going to tell it to continue. And you can see it's gonna go and then it's gonna turn around now. Now it's just gonna keep going back and forth, and it's gonna keep building this map until my whole front yard has been mapped. And then it's gonna go back to the charging station on that pathway. When it gets to that virtual fence I set up, it's gonna automatically turn around. And you can always adjust that virtual fence. It doesn't have to stay where you put it permanently. You can move it whenever you want. So you can see here on the map that it's went around this tree, and then there's also a chunk over here, and that's where this dirt patch is in my lawn. Terra is not gonna mow areas that are not lawn. So if you have a lawn that has poor patches in it, like dirt spots, you might have to go into the edit map function and add a grass cutting zone layer over the top of this dirt if you wanted it to make sure it mows it every time. But even if you don't add it, if grass does start growing here, Terra will add it to the map. When you send Terra out on an auto map run, it is always looking to add to its area unless you specifically choose to lock the zones. So if it misses a section because there's no grass there right now and grass does start growing later, it will add it to the map automatically. So it's just working on the final border pass right now, and then it's going to go back to the charging station and it's going to process the map. So it's probably going to leave this corner out of the lawn as well because it's just a dirt patch. I need to work on these two areas for sure. It said starting crossing multi-zone pathway. So now it has completed mapping the front yard area and it's heading back to the charger. Took 16 minutes to map about 1,138 square feet. So you saw how easy that was to map the front yard with the mower. You literally have to do nothing with the robot, but if you share a border or a non-barriered border with your neighbor, you are going to have to do a little app work to put a virtual fence in to confine it into your yard. Now, we're gonna do the same thing and I'm gonna map the backyard, except this time I'm not gonna do anything because my backyard is fenced in. So I don't have to do anything. Terra is gonna do all the mapping work and then it's gonna come back home. So here we go again. I'll meet y'all in the app. So here is where we're going and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm going to go into the edit map area and go to the base station setting. I'm gonna set a customized path to the lawn. It's gonna come out of the base station and then I'm just gonna drive it through the gate and it will automatically detect the lawn and we will set it off to mapping. So all we have to do is just drive it through the gate. All right, I got the vibration. It says lawn detected. So I'm gonna set that as the end point. It is so windy. And it said resuming mapping. So here we go. I hope the gate doesn't blow shut and lock it in the backyard. Duck's a good boy. He'll stay in the backyard. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Come here. Come here, good boy. Oh, is you a good boy? Yeah, you gotta stay in the backyard. Go find your ball. Go get it. All right, so I'm gonna set y'all up on a time lapse and we will get the backyard mapped. So I have some pavers set up over here and that's creating a barrier. What I want to do is I'm gonna pause the robot and we're going to put some grass cutting zones on the map. We're going to make sure it crosses over this area. So now we're gonna continue mapping. Now when it gets to those pavers over there, it will know it's okay to drive across them. That's what the mowing zone does. I might not have made the box big enough. Oh, I did, just barely. See Terra V1 sitting over there. It's been doing me good for, I don't know when I first got Terra. Has it been 2 years? I'll put the date on the bottom of the screen here, but it's still trucking along. In fact, the Terra S over there is my daily driver. I have the new Terra model here for video purposes, but I have no reason to switch to the new one. The old one is still working just as good, and I plan on carrying on with the S1200 over there. See how long it holds out. Editor Crazy Postman here. Sorry, my memory card got full. Have y'all seen how expensive that stuff is? I can't afford another one. Sorry about running out of space on the action camera. I didn't know the SD card was that full. So if you're interested at all in a Terra, if you have a small, nice lawn, especially one that's fenced in, I couldn't recommend Terra more. I love this little thing. It does a great job. Now, if you have a more complicated yard or a large yard, maybe not for you, but a small yard Terra is perfect. And celebrating the Amazon launch, there is a 5% discount with a Amazon code. That will also be in the description. So if you've been considering the V1000, take that code and get your 5% off. Thanks for watching this Terramo V1000 installation video, and I will see y'all in the next one. We have a compromise, me and Duck. He knows that he's allowed to dig in this area only, so he doesn't ruin the rest of my yard. As long as he stays in his little dig area, he is a good boy and he is not going to get in trouble. You are allowed to dig to your heart's content right there, buddy. All right, good job.